Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Raquel May David, and I just want to say welcome on today. All right. So every Monday we were going to be covering in the month of October because it's financial awareness month. We are covering and tackling our debts, our financial concerns, and how we can go ahead and make the wealth strategy GPS that we need for ourselves, right? So if y'all don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all how I took my 6 a.m. Mondays, spent 47 minutes following a routine that ultimately helped me pay off $50,000 in debt. This wasn't meditation or journaling. This was a systemic wealth building ritual that turned the worst day of the week into the most powerful financial weapon. And here's the exact routine, and we're going to break it down minute by minute. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, okay? It didn't start at 47 minutes, it ended at 47 minutes. So, when you start this journey, it may take more time, but I'm going to give you the rubrics of what you guys are going to do within that time frame so that you can make sure that you can utilize this on your own. All right. So I want to say welcome back, Debt Warriors. Okay. You're learning the Monday reset mindset. And we are talking about debt flow systems, income accelerating strategies. And now it is time for us to go ahead and put it into a precise Monday routine that can literally make everything possible for you. Now, this is going to be a behind the scenes blueprint that I took from theory into action and was able to eliminate $50,000 worth of debt. Here's the brutal reality about financial transformation: knowing what to do and doing it consistently are two completely different things. Okay. You can have the best debt payoff strategy in the world, but if you don't execute it systemically, if you don't execute it on a consistent basis, you're just going to be another person with good intentions and mediocrity results, right? We're not C students. For those of you guys that are C students, no shade, no tea. We are not C students. We are literally striving for A's out here. And for us to do that, we have to go ahead and approach it differently. Now, most people approach their finances reactively. They check their bank accounts when they're worried or they're about to pay bills or when things are due. And they think about money only when they're stressed out. And this reactive approach is what keeps us in survival mode instead of wealth building mode. The problem with reactive financial management is that you're always behind. You're responding to the problem instead of preventing it or preparing for it, right? Reacting to your money instead of directing it on where to go and hoping that things work out instead of making them work out, right? Again, things are going to happen. But what are you doing to flex those muscles that when that shoe drops, you are already prepared for it? And here's what's really ridiculous is that without a system or a systemic approach, you're never going to build the financial confidence that you know is already within you. You might pay off debt and you might save money, but you're not going to develop a deep handling of what financial challenges can come your way and know that you can go ahead and handle them 1000%, right? I realized that if I wanted different results, I needed to go ahead and create a different system, not just a budget system, but a weekly ritual that was going to compound over time. Story time. Y'all know I like to get y'all my business. Shout out to Brooklyn. That's where I was growing up at. But when I went through my divorce, y'all, one of the things that really hit me, well, several things. Before, again, everybody's different. I'm going to tell you on my journey. Before I went through my divorce, I actually was separated for a year. So for a whole year, I was primarily taking care of my kids by myself because I packed my kids up and I moved to Montana. Shout out to Montana, Billings, Montana. Hey, y'all. And for me, the first thing that I did in that particular space, I'm so thankful for my cousin who she had a very grounded level job. She had a house. It was a 5-bedroom. So me and my children were able to come and take over the basement apartment. And one of the things that I had to do was really shift how I was going to show up because now I'm in a new state and now I have to find a job. And then I still had responsibilities because we still had a family home that my ex-husband was living in, right? So I still have responsibilities and I got 30 days to make this sugar honey iced tea happen, right? So one of the hardest things that I had to really have a conversation with myself is, number one, I'm no longer in a two income household. Number two, I can no longer blame him for bad financial decisions, right? Because I was making my own. So I needed to go ahead and figure out my triggers and figure out what I needed to do to go ahead and really m- get to the level of wholeness financially and mentally that I needed to be in. So the first thing I did for my routine was and I'm actually going to break it down minute by minute for you guys. Yeah, I wrote it down because I'm 44. Okay. I want y'all to have the tea. So grab your pens, grab your papers. We're going to talk about it. Again, you guys' time might be different because how you manage your budget or what you're doing might take more time. So for you guys that might have smaller accounts or have lost everything and are rebuilding, you may not have as much, so your time may not take that long when it comes to each section. And for other people's, you may have to extend it because you have to do more research. Again, tailor fit this to your shoe size. I'm a size 6.5. Thank you. Okay, 6 wide. Okay, let's go. You go ahead and put your shoe size on. Just use the foundations. Okay. So minute 1 through minute 7, I had a financial reality check. I opened up every single checking, savings, credit card, investment statements. I wrote down the real numbers, not just the balances. What do I have in available credit? What do I have that's going out? I even went through, and when I'm talking about my checking accounts, because y'all, every single bank I worked at, I opened an account with them. I worked for Bank of America, Chase, PNC, Wells Fargo, Stockman Bank. I feel like I'm missing a couple banks. I worked at a lot of banks. So every single bank I was at, I opened an account with. So now during the process of I'm about to start this divorce, we had joint accounts and then I had my own accounts that I had to sit and write down. And yes, if you are going through a separation and this is your journey, write down their information as well. I do know that for some states you can gift debts to certain people and you guys can have that allocated and notated. Other states, it may not be enforced as much. But if you write everything down, you'll be able to go ahead and have no hiding, no hoping, just total financial transparency with yourself. Nobody gonna judge you. Hello? No one's gonna judge you. And if they do, give me their phone number so I can come over there. Okay. Minute 8 to 15, we are going to have victory celebration and progress tracking. Okay. I updated my debt victory tracker. I celebrated every win from the previous week. What did I pay off? If I paid off something, I don't care if it was $50, I acknowledged that. I recorded it. If I made an extra $200 on my side hustle, that was going to get celebrated. That wasn't just about being satisfied that I paid something off. This was building momentum. I think a lot of times when we win and we do something great, we don't take the time to acknowledge what we did great because people are like, well, you went to college to graduate. Yeah, but so many people don't graduate. Hello? So many people don't graduate. So many people get derailed in the process. So stop allowing other people's happenstance or viewpoints to come onto you and make you not cherish and acknowledge the great stuff that you're doing. If you paid something off, we're celebrating it. If you made more money, if you went ahead and invoiced someone 1,500 and they paid the whole 1,500, we're going to do a little jug, okay? Now, let's jump back in, okay? Minute 16 through 25, I had a weekly money strategy session. I set one specific financial goal every single week. I identified exactly how I was going to achieve it, not a vague goal like spend less or I'm going to make sure that I save a little bit of money. No, I was very strategic. I put a size, a color, come on, weight on it. Okay. So I was going to say, okay, this week I'm going to earn $300 by selling this product. Or by doing, again, if y'all don't know me, I was a jack of all trade and a Jill of many. Okay. And your girl was doing hair. I was fixing credit. I was watching kids. I was cooking plates. Okay. Whatever skill you have, if that skill and talent can give you extra coins, We are going to make sure we put a number and a goal to that coin. Not just I'm going to make money. How much are you intending to make? I have a girlfriend right now who drives Uber every single day. She does not get off the road until she hits $300. That is her number, period. It does not matter what her day looks like. She is not coming home until she made that money. Be specific, right? Say, I'm going to pay an extra $150 towards my credit card. That way, if you have a specific goal, you know if you made it or you didn't. And if you didn't, how did that work? Like, was it a situation where there wasn't enough clientele? Was it a situation where you were exhausted because there was a health issue? Were you pulled away because you have kids? Now you can go ahead and say, okay, well, I may not be able to make $300 my goal, but maybe 150 is my goal. You have to go ahead and put it on there and then celebrate the win if you got it, or notate the obstacles. Minute 26 to 35. Obstacle planning and income opportunities. I looked at my calendar for the week and identified both spending triggers and income opportunities. If I have a stressful meeting or I know I'm gonna, ooh, y'all, back when my mama was alive, I used to spend horribly when I knew I was going to go meet my mom. I don't know what it was, but every time I knew I was going to go meet my mom, because I was like, oh, she's going to pick apart my outfit. She's going to pick apart what I look like. She's going to pick apart this. So I would go ahead and for that week, I ain't paying nothing. Okay. I have another girlfriend who, like, for her birthday month, she pays no bills. So what she does is leading up to her birthday month, she actually like allocates money every single month for the whole year, so that when her birthday month comes in, her water's paid, her light bill's paid, everything's paid, but that money that she earned that month is not going anywhere. Come on, somebody, who would like to do that? Because they ain't not asking for their money unless it's paid off. Okay. But she came up with a strategy that worked best for her, that said, okay, if I put aside an additional $400 every single month, when my birthday month comes, everything that I earn can go to me besides $400, right? And then she goes ahead and pivots. Again, it just depends on how you are going to go ahead and plan. So you want to go ahead and plan your spending and your budget accordingly. Don't wait for things to happen. I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that we don't use, y'all, is our calendars. I have my calendar there sometimes that I'm on it, but consistency needs to be. And if you guys have the assistants and things like that, definitely make sure that you are plugging in and using those calendars so you can alert yourself. Monday is going to be your dedicated day. Again, y'all don't have to use Monday. Monday is what I did when I was single. Now that I am married to my wonderful forever husband, we do it on Sundays. Sundays when we get together. And to be quite honest, he does his own, I do my own, and then we actually sit down after dinner and we talk about what we have going on. And if we need to make any changes, we then go ahead and change it accordingly together. And of course, my bigger sons are back home now. So we do it as a family and we have that discussion. What are you spending and where is it going to? And if this week is I'm chilling money, I'm buying Shein, I'm buying Fashion Nova, I'm buying at Ross or wherever, you already know where your money is going to. Okay. Minute 36 to 42. We need to talk about setting aside your weekly task scheduling. Okay. Every money related task for the week has to get a time block on your calendar. You can be specific. Now, I'm a girly that likes to go ahead and set things on auto pay. My husband is not an auto payer. He wants to give the money over. He wants to go in and give the money over. I'm the type of person that when I come in on Monday, I'm setting stuff. Okay, my auto pay is coming out on this day, this day, this day. I know how much is being auto taken out. So I'm already prepared for it. And I know how much is going to be left thereafter. Okay. But if you can go ahead and block it off on your calendar, follow up on freelance invoices. If you guys have a side hustle, a side gig, a money in the bank, shorty, what you think that's coming in, definitely be clear on who owes you and have a dedicated day of when you check it. Like my dedicated day of checking those types of things is on Thursday. On Thursday, I'm checking invoices. I'm sending things out to clients like, hey, you're past due. I'm also adding late fees. Yes, that's a thing. Add some late fees. You could have paid it on time. Another thing that I do is people who pay early, I will tell them you can get a 10% discount if you pay the whole amount and you pay it before the due date. This incentivizes them to go ahead and not just do business with me, but actually pay me and pay me ahead of time so that I can go ahead and have those resources and tools in my toolkit. Write that down. Go ahead and apply it. Okay. Also, think about if you are looking to like change insurance providers, things of that type. Go ahead and set it on the calendar as to when you're going to research those things so that you can make sure that your time is allocated accordingly. Because hey, we got to go ahead and budget our self-care time. We have to make sure we have time to cook, to eat, to sleep, all of those things. Let's make sure we're prioritizing the lowering our stress by conquering our financial responsibilities. Okay. Excuse me, everything becomes an appointment with myself. I think one of the things that I did was I changed how I stored it in my phone. So like for me, I don't say gym time. I say getting fine. Okay? Get up, it's time to get fine. So that way when it goes off, I'm already triggered to something positive, right? And then once I lost 100 pounds, it now says in my alarm, get finer. So do those types of things to go ahead and keep you motivated, because as long as you're telling yourself you can't, you won't. But if you go ahead and do it and you show yourself that you can consistently stop lying to you and hit your goals, I promise you how you're going to show up is going to be different. Okay. Minute 43 to 47, I have weekly affirmation and commitments. I wrote down one reason why I was becoming debt free. Um, and why it mattered to me. I made one specific commitment for the week. This wasn't fluffy motivation. It was about connecting my daily action to my bigger purpose. I remember when I got to 315 pounds and I was like, okay, something got to shift, something got to change. Like, I cannot keep doing this. And I remember when I had to go to the therapy, because when you go to get the sleeve surgery, y'all, you have to go to therapy and have a conversation, your relationship with food, your relationship with people and food. Why do you seek comfort in food, right? I started thinking, I remember having one therapy session and I just wanted to be like, y'all could just have it. But I remembered that my goal was, I don't have diabetes now. I don't have health issues now, but my kids are growing up and I have two sets of kids, right? So I have a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old. Shout out to Caleb. Happy birthday, boo. I have a I have a now 20-year-old. I have an 18-year-old in December. And then I have a little one who is 8. And I was 40 years old looking at the fact that my kids are growing, and financially I'm making better decisions for them. I'm able to help my son get a credit card. Able to get my son get a car. Actually, my son got his car on his own, but I'm able to set them up in really good positions. But if my kids leave and I have to be here with Hunter by myself and my husband is not here and I have to, God forbid, chase after him, I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have the stamina, or yeah, I'm carrying around this weight, but it's become normal, right? So how am I going to go ahead and save him if something happens? Like, that was a real discussion. So every time I got defeated, I would go ahead and go back to that. When it came to my money, what was my goal? My goal is, I don't want to have to stress that I'm not going to be able to pay my bills when they become due. And not because I don't make enough money, but because I overextended myself. So now I'm prioritizing, okay, the goal is I want to be able to go on a cruise, or I want to be able to go on here with my girlfriends. What do I need to do to make sure that that can happen? Right? Put a name on it. Like I told you to make it your shoe size. 47 minutes may not be your thing. I'm going to tell you, I got down to 47 minutes. When I first started, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, y'all. But if you go ahead and you are strategic and you continue to do this, you're going to see the changes. But you have to be able to connect your daily activities to your bigger purpose. Okay. Now, here's the thing: the transformation that I made with this routine made me very much unstoppable. Somewhere around week 12, I stopped dreading Mondays and started craving them, because Mondays became the day I took control instead of the days that things just happen to me. And trust me, y'all, at 44 years old, I'm not letting nothing happen to me no more. I am curating every single relationship, every single moment of my day. Because listen, that dash is short, y'all. Let's talk about it, right? That 47-minute investment every Monday gave me complete financial clarity for the week. I knew exactly where I stood, exactly what I needed to do, and exactly how I was going to do it. No more financial anxiety, no more money surprises, no more reactive decisions that derail my progress. And again, y'all, it's going to happen in the beginning. But if you go ahead and set yourself up now and start working that, you are going to be able to show up differently. Okay? Here, the compound effects that most people miss when they're talking about this is this routine just doesn't just manage your existing money better. It fundamentally changes how I thought about money and how I felt about money. I stopped being someone who hoped for financial success and started becoming someone who is systematic about creating it. My psychology shifted with every single Monday. When you start every week with completing your financial clarity and setting a specific plan, you make different decisions all week long. You say no to impulse purchases because you have a bigger goal. And you say yes to income opportunities because you see how they can fit into your plan to help pivot. By month 6, this routine became so automatic that if I didn't do it or if I was a little bit behind, I felt weird. By month 12, the results were undeniable. Debt disappeared faster than I ever imagined, and income started growing consistently. Most importantly, my confidence in myself, my financial future, and my routine skyrocketed, y'all. The routine started as a desperate attempt of getting out of debt. Um, and it became the foundation to my wealth story. And I think that as I took on this path and this journey, it gave me the ability to really be happy with myself, that I was no longer lying to myself that I was going to get to it. I really was executing. And y'all, if y'all don't know, implementation is my thing. Don't give me nothing, because I'm going to implement it, and I'm going to try my best to figure out if I can't implement it now. I'm writing it down to create a plan on how I can put that in my actions, right? So consistency beats intensity every single time. 47 minutes every single Monday created more financial progress than years of saying I'm going to get to it. The routine became the results, and the results became a new financial reality for me. Okay. My question today is, are you ready to implement your Monday money routine? Comment below what time you're going to get started this Monday. Let's build accountability together. And if you want to get your money on track, comment the word routine and join my Beast team and hit the subscribe button, because we're just getting started on this wealth building journey together. We want to make sure that you get what it is you need. All right. So 47 minutes can wipe away $50,000 in debt if you're committed. You committed? Shout out to Brooklyn. I will catch y'all guys next Monday. Thank you guys for being amazing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will pin the link for last Monday's episode, and I can't wait to see you next Monday. Later.